Hi, everybody.
Skull!
You know what? I hope you were here. I hope we're live.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to come up on.
Are we live?
I don't know.
Because it's still showing me the same stuff about private videos.
It says live 35 seconds. So maybe you need to go into YouTube and make sure that it's set for public.
I just set it for that. I don't want to kick us out of here. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Because I have to go into Safari to do that.
Okay.
Or it kicks us out. It's wonderful having to use two operating systems. So I still have no comments anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Now this is weird.
Let me,
But yeah, it's not there. YouTube's. Wait a minute. What's that? Nope, that's just an ad. Okay. View your channel. And it's not there. It's not showing we're live or not. So you know what? Here we go. I'm clicking going live on YouTube.
Okay.
That's the best way I know. If it'll let me. Here we go. It's showing the scheduled stream. Says we're live right now, but it shows we're private. Now we're going public. Hey. Hi, everybody. We're going to try this again. We should do public now.
I'm still waiting for it to come up.
I heard a beep beep. Have anything? Because I found it in YouTube.
You found it in your studio?
No, I found it in my channel in YouTube, not in YouTube Studio. I'm gonna go get it again. I heard you.
I don't know why I can't see it.
Yes, one watching. Says we're live.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. This is crazy.
If you can see us, please type something in the chat.
Please, because I can't see the chat.
We don't know if we're live. And Skull to you. Skull to you, Katie.
Yes. Skull to you.
Skull. I
don't. Might need to definitely do a grounding video after this. What's going on here?
I don't know what's going on.
Because it's not coming up on my phone, but we're live. It shows live on YouTube.
All right, I'm gonna just look on YouTube here on my computer.
Private chat. It's you. You don't.
I don't count for this.
Comments. You don't have any comments.
Something is kerfunkled here.
Sure is. I'm gonna recreate this. This is stupid.
Wait, I am seeing. Wait. We are live. We are live, and I see comments.
Oh yeah.
We are live.
I'm glad you can see comments because I can't see comments.
Yeah, I am not seeing comments here. I'm going to put it on my other computer so I can see what people are saying.
I'm going to hit refresh.
Some technical difficulties here.
I'm going to hit no, if I hit refresh, then we all go bye-bye. I don't want to do that.
Hang on. I'll bring up the comments on my other computer here.
Okay. Wow, nothing like flying blind, y'all. That's crazy.
Yeah, we're flying a little blind here, so forgive us. Come on, what are you doing here? I don't want this. I got it. It's going away now.
Happy Halloween, everybody. That's why we're here. Partly.
Partly, yes. We're
standing in our power, by golly, by gosh. YouTube can't keep doing this.
For heaven's sakes.
Is it wacky, wacky, wacky? Should I try it again?
No, it's working. I just need to bring it up here on the computer.
Okay. Because I can't see it and it's driving me nuts. Oh, that's because in StreamYard it's still showing as private.
Yeah, I've got the chat up. Okay, so right now we have Jenny is here.
Guess
Amber
what I got?
Shine Your Light. Amber is here.
Hi, guys.
Teresa's here.
Teresa. Hi, guys. Good to see you all. Thank you for being here. Guess what? Now I can see my comments. They're not showing up yet, but they'll be here from here on out. There you go. Jenny.
Oh, okay.
You're here.
We are. I think we're moving and grooving now.
I think we're all up. You had a hard time finding us? You know what, Teresa? For some reason, it set it to a private live stream. YouTube also took 3 of my subscribers away this week. Crazy. Yeah. I don't understand, but YouTube did some massive changes. Also, I was watching Celtic Sheila, and I was watching Lori, The Way of Positive Change, yesterday on her live stream, and right in the middle of she's holding cards up, bimbo bop, they put in an ad on a live stream.
Yeah, that's a bunch of crap, man. But anyways,
that's how YouTube does. That's our game.
You're talking about standing in your power tonight.
Yes.
And this is one of those situations that sort of test your mettle, you know?
Sure does.
Fortunately, I didn't throw anything. I didn't hit the computer with my axe, although I was tempted. I did not do it. So we are good.
Yeah, my weapons aren't in this room. My weapons. Oh, well, I could have hexed it with my soon-to-be gonna make a wand.
You could have, but we showed restraint.
We were good. For a witch and a wise woman, we were good. How do you like that at the tip of this for a wand, you guys? I have to carve it in a little, but
yeah.
I also have an amethyst crystal ball. That fits perfect in there. So now I'm going, which one do I want to do? And how do I get it to stay there? All these wonderful things you learn. But it's really long. And look, it's marked like a snake. And I found it that way outside.
That's cool. I like curly willow.
Oh, I do too.
When it's not super, super curly, but it just has that twist to it. Oh, I love that. I love that so much.
I used to work with a lot of that when I worked at the flower shop. That was a fun place to work. If you ever want just a part-time job that, where you can sell things, you're not going to make much money, but you're sure in a pretty surroundings, and it always smells like heaven. Unless you have allergies to flowers, then you know.
Yeah, I'd be sneezing and throwing flowers at people.
Yeah, I'm allergic to chrysanthemums.
I'm so sorry about your dearly departed. And I just
I'm allergic to chrysanthemums.
Hey, Manic.
What's the number? Hey, man, good to see ya. What's the number one filler in flower bouquets? All kinds of little chrysanthemums, little button mums, little. So, yeah, I couldn't do that for very long.
No. Jenny just asked me, Dali, are you expecting snow soon in Wisconsin? We are not, but when we are, I'm ready for it. As you can see, I've got my in here.
Thank
I
you,
am
you
like
guys.
ready to go. I kind of wish it was snowing because this is really hot.
Yeah,
I've
yes.
got like a fan off to the side here, like blowing on me. I've got the windows open because this is not cool. This is my winter weather. This is actually what I wear for Yule,
Yes.
but I thought I'll put
Because
it
you
on.
did that Yule ceremony last year with
Yes,
it
I
on.
did. I'll be doing another one this year. And
Cool.
just as a little caveat, and then we can like get started on the topic.
Yes.
I'm going to be doing starting on Thursday, November 2nd. I'm going to start doing what is called sun weight. Now there's like a Swedish word for this, and I don't know how to say it properly. It's like vanteljustaken,
Yeah, whatever
which
you
means
said.
which means sun weight, and basically it's the 6 weeks that lead up to Yule. Although this year it's 7 weeks. All right, it
Ooh.
starts with this weekend with the celebration of our ancestors.
Oh,
So I'll be doing an
fun.
ancestor ritual. I don't know if I'll be able to do it live because of my surgery, but if I can possibly do it, I'll do it. But it starts with an ancestor veneration thing, and then for the next 6 weeks, every Thursday you light another candle. So there's 6 candles, and it's basically
Oh.
the darkness leading up to winter solstice, up to
So it's kind
Yule.
of like Kwanzaa before Kwanzaa.
Yeah, yeah, to a degree. You know,
Okay,
you're
yeah, that's
it's
cool.
yes, you're it's the 6 weeks of darkness leading up to winter solstice, because from winter solstice on, the days start getting
Right.
longer again, you know.
And in the far north, I mean, that's something that amount of darkness is huge.
Right. And
Where like
it
me
was
here, it's
scary.
nothing.
It was scary for our ancestors. You know, they were way far north than what we are, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
unless your ancestors were closer to the equator, but if you have like any kind of European ancestry in you,
Yeah.
especially if it's Norwegian, Swedish, Finnish, you know, even English and Irish,
Northern European, yeah.
the Northern Europeans, there are parts of the winter where they're only getting like 6 hours, 5 hours of sunlight, you know. So our ancestors got very worried during that time that the sun was just going to fade away and never come back. And they did rituals in order to wake up the sun.
Yeah.
And sun weight is part of that ritual. So I'll be going through that every Thursday. I'll be lighting a candle and I'll be speaking the words that go along with the Vanteljustaken, and we'll celebrate it together as a community. So
Oh, bless you for even trying to say that.
Teresa
Jenny
says
said
you're,
she wants to borrow your fur because it's going to be snowing in North Dakota.
ooh, girl. Ooh, I'll send you one.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not up there. That's all I got to say. I think it's probably snowing in like even Utah.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, it won't be
well,
long.
that Hurricane Norma that hit La Paz over the weekend, La Paz, Mexico, hit here yesterday. And there was actually 3 parts of town that had damaging hail.
Wow.
Didn't hit my house. The hail didn't hit my house. Boy, the rain sure did. But that's why my lips are blue green. No.
I'm actually kind of dead. I'm living my best life. And if
I'm
you watch my
living in
video today, you know
the
what that's about. I'm living my best life. I'm the happy squirrel. Well, how would you like to start the topic tonight?
I think I would love to start this topic. I was going to start this topic with a grounding, but you know what? We've kind of taken that in, taken up that time. I really want to devote the topic because it's so important to us. Hey,
It
it's
is.
Blue. Welcome, my dear.
Rose Blue, hi.
This is a topic that you're hearing. I don't know if you're what the deal is, but Dolly and I were talking today about How often have you heard card readers and spiritual leaders in the last 2 weeks talking about getting your power back, standing in your power, how to use your power? Are you giving away your energy? Who are you giving away your energy to? So that's what we're here to talk about tonight. How to get that all back because it's yours.
That's right. Hi, Gina M.
Baby, you're part of the inspiration tonight, my
Yes,
beautiful
you are.
girl.
Yes, Gina, you are part of the inspiration for this.
A post that you made in Dr. Gale's on Saturday, and I'm not going to say anything about it. That's your private business, but you inspired me, love. I am here. We are here.
Yes, we are
Talk
here.
about standing in your power. What does that mean? How does it start? Dali has a great list of how it starts.
Yes, I do. And I can go through the list real quick here. And I think if you are someone in the community who does self-help stuff or self-empowerment type things, you're going to be familiar with this list. And if you as a collective want to add to this list, go right ahead. You just type it in the comments. We'll read it out and talk about it. But these are 8 steps that as I've been listening and as I've been on this journey myself, these are 8 things that I've been focusing in on to try to regain my power. But maybe before we talk about how we regain our power, we need to talk a little bit about what takes our power away.
Yeah.
Because it happens gradually over time. You don't realize it's happening. And like one good example that I have is when you're a mom, and I'm not saying that dads don't have this happen to them too, because I know it does. Okay. But when you're a mom and you're working a full-time job and you're taking care of the kids and you're handling a lot of the stuff at home and you're with a partner who maybe isn't as, they concern themselves far more with breadwinning than they do with rearing the children or taking care of like the finances at home. A lot of women, maybe our age, Katie, and older, we got kind of put into that position. We didn't ask to be that. It was just assumed that we were going to do that we were going to take care of everything. And what ends up happening is we stop taking care of ourselves.
Well, and for me,
get that power away.
For me, when in the generation I'm raved in, yeah.
Right.
The generation I was raised in, I'm the tail end of the baby boomers.
Yeah.
That's what all I was supposed to be, was a wife and mommy.
Right.
I wasn't. I bought a mobile home and the bank wouldn't put it. This was in what was it, 1980. I bought a mobile home and the bank would not put it into my name without a co-signer of my father or a husband.
Right. So the whole way that the system was set up was really to kind of push people down,
Hi,
Shanita.
Yeah. As women, I even there's a video in the description that I put down there for you guys for follow-up. As women, we're trained to give our power away.
Yes, we are. It was definitely part of our generation, my generation and Katie's generation. I think that maybe some of the Gen Y and Gen Z and Y2K babies don't experience that quite as fully as we did.
Yeah.
But we still are carrying a lot of weight in the community and in our workplaces and stuff. It's people our age that are still bearing the brunt of the higher work. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So many people give away their power without even thinking about it. Moms do it, dads do it too. How many of you guys who are in the chat, I think there's only maybe one, but how many of the guys were thinking, hey, I think I want to do this with my life, only to have maybe parents bear down and say, oh no, I want you to do this, or I want you to go into the military, or I want you to do this, where basically they come into your life and they're basically dictating how your life should go and not really giving you room to talk about what you want to do with your life, you know?
Or for you to even have to take the time for you to figure it out.
Mm-hmm. How many people have suffered abuse as you know, either a child or as a partner, where you've been in abusive or toxic relationships that were very, very one-sided, and you spent a whole heck of a lot of time just trying to please that other person to just sort of keep the peace, or to get, you know, keep from being, you know, abused. I mean, so we give away our power in lots and lots of different ways, and we do it in subtle little ways too. You know, we don't set boundaries for ourselves. We don't lead our lives. We cling to the cycles of the past. There's so many things that we do to give away our power. And before you know it, we're kind of in a state of, how did I get here? Why is this my life? Why don't I like myself? You know, why am I so highly critical of myself? Why do I not forgive myself? Why, you know, how did I get here? And I'm sure that lots of people have gotten to that. Oh my God.
Tapes that you play in your head. Shanita, I love that. That's so perfect. You've been taking a daily dose of fuck it all. 1,000 milligrams. It works beautifully with amazing side effects.
Yeah, like Thanksgiving isn't coming up. It's no fucks given day, you know, right? But so anyway, so Katie and I talked earlier, and we kind of comprised a list of things that we wanted to talk about, to like be steps to help people regain back their power, or to at least get your mind working in that direction. Okay.
Yes.
Get you thinking about
at least seeing where you're giving it out to get it back.
Right, exactly. So the very first thing that we thought about was, you've got to put yourself first.
Yes.
And not in an asshole sort of way. Okay, excuse my language, but not in a jerk sort of way or an ego sort of way, but a love yourself, heal yourself, feel good about yourself. And then when you've got that solid foundation, you know, when you've worked through your shadows and you've got that solid foundation, that's when you can start helping other people. But until you get those things under control and back, you've taken back your power on those things, you really shouldn't even try to help other people, you know, unless it's some sort of family emergency. You need to take care of yourself. You have to get that taken care of. You'll
and
find
it's not selfish to put yourself first.
No, it is not. It is not.
Sometimes I wish that word wasn't even a part of the English language. Selfish. I have my list of words I refuse to use, actually. Like can't, won't. Because every time I use one of those, the universe says, oh, yeah. Really?
Right, exactly. And yeah, I mean, that's that self-depreciating talk. And, you know, so, and the next thing we were talking about was, and this is a big one, and this is something that I learned from Katie. Okay, this is something that she brought into my life when her and I first became friends. We first started talking about spiritual stuff, and that is, stick to your own truth. You draw your experiences, or you draw your truth from your own experiences.
Yes.
Okay. And you don't have to let other people tell you what your truth is. You know, it is okay to say, no, that is not my truth. And it is totally possible for you and someone else to have a different truth. And that's okay.
Actually, you're going to have a different truth
from
everybody, because it's yours. Mm-hmm. We don't see things through our eyes the same.
No, we don't. And
that's why you can't change someone else's thinking on stuff.
Right. And that's where compassion comes into play. Yeah. You know, really being compassionate to somebody else's experiences. It is okay to say, well, share with me why you feel that way. You know, what do you see that I'm not seeing, so that you
help me understand.
Help me understand. That's conversation.
And that's conversation that is kind, where
Right.
you're saying, I don't quite agree with you. Can you help me figure out what you're saying? But yet you're not saying, no, you're wrong.
Yeah,
I
don't
don't agree with you.
and then making it personal. You know, there's no reason for that. All that does is it creates a toxic atmosphere, and nothing productive comes out of that, you know. But it is okay to stick to your own truth and to understand what that is, and it is okay for your truth to evolve over time.
Oh, beautiful Rose, my love. You know why you are a strong empath?
A little broken.
You're broken.
Of course.
You gotta be to feel so deeply, my love. Hi, Jules. That's the whole deal. You feel, you're sensitive.
Oh, Jules Niner is here. Hello, Jules.
Yes. You're sensitive.
Yes.
Where most people around you don't have that sensitivity. And you're gonna feel like you're kind of cuckoo. Like, I got a screw loose because I can feel and see stuff that people can't. And I always thought they could, but they can't.
Well, a lot of people assume
it's okay. That's your gift.
A lot of people assume that I don't feel anything because my behavior sometimes comes off a little cold. But that's just a part of autism, and I feel very deeply. I don't express deep as demonstratively as other people, but I feel very deeply. So yes, so stick to your own truth. And then number 3 that we were talking about.
Thumbs up. Thank you, Gina. Give a spooky thumbs up.
Ooh, nothing like spooky thumbs up.
I love it. Yes.
Okay, so the third one is set your boundaries for yourself. And we cannot talk about boundaries too much.
Number 1 boundary is 2 words or 2 letters.
N.
Oh! Now that you're all deaf.
No! Yes.
You know what? People respect you more when you say no than if you're the constant person they can go and beat up to do stuff all the time.
Right.
Oh, go ask Katie. She'll do it. That's the person I used to be.
The people pleaser. And
absolutely,
I think everybody goes through a people pleaser phase, you know.
Yes, you're growing out of peer pressure, because that's part of peer pressure. I have to please everybody to be fit in and belong. And this is another thing that is a part of standing in your power, is how important it is to belong. Who do you belong? I belong to me.
Well, that's part of the whole setting your boundaries too, because you have to decide. You should somewhat understand how much energy you have available to give to other people, as far as like love is concerned, or time, or energy. You know, you should figure that out, understand what you have to give and what is too much, and you never step beyond that too much. That's when you start using that 2-letter word NO to keep because if you give out too much of your own energy, you don't have enough energy to live, you know, and you find yourself getting sick, you find yourself getting stressed out, you find yourself getting anxiety attacks. So you have to set your boundary for the amount of love and energy that you know that you can give away. And then you have to understand that when you give somebody that energy, they might not reciprocate that same type of energy back. And you just have to.
That's why I put what Rose Blue just said up there. So when she says no, they think that she's has a bitch attitude. No, honey. No, actually, you're going to find that, while it might be in the tone you use when you say no, you'll also find when you say no, don't need no explanation. Stop it at no. Because it's not up to you to get that attaboy for the explanation to make it okay for you saying no. You're saying no because it makes you uncomfortable. You don't want to do it, so don't do it.
That's right. And that kind of leads into the next one, which is be the leader of your own life.
Amen.
Because when people come at you and they're like, well, you got a bitch attitude, what they're doing is they're saying, I want to lead your life and I want you to do exactly what I want you to do.
Amen.
I want you to do what I want you to do, not what you want to do.
Because what you want to do is wrong. Because what you want to do is wrong, and what I want to do is right. I'm going to let you eat it.
And you're going to get pushback from that. You're always going to get, there's always going to be,
get ready for it.
There's going to be that person who's going to push back. And you have to stand solid and love yourself enough to not let what they're saying or doing intimidate you into doing something that you don't want to do. You know, it is your life. You are in control of it. You control what you think. You control what you feel. You control it. But that's also a responsibility, because if you're somebody who is constantly looking outside of yourself to blame something outside of yourself for the problems that you have in your life, you're going to keep repeating those same patterns over and over and over again until you realize, okay, you know what? I am a part of this. If my situation is continuously changing, but the same patterns keep happening, what's the common denominator in this? Oh, it's me.
Yes.
So part of taking control of your life is taking responsibility for your life as well.
Being accountable. I have a tattoo on the bottom of my foot, or on the top of my foot, that says acta non verba. It's Latin for actions, not words. But you're accountable for your words too.
Yes.
Jenny, you've lost friends, as you said. No, were they really your friends?
Yeah, really? No, Rose Blue said that, I think.
I mean, Rose Blue, sorry. Yeah, were they really your friends, hon? Because people who love you for you and all your eccentricities, you may not have a whole lot of those in your life. Grab them and hang on to them, because those are the ones that matter. Mm-hmm. Those other people, they're your acquaintances, and they're supposed to come and go out of your life. They come and go out of your life to teach you lessons.
Hey, that's a good
path. Your path isn't a straight line. It's wavy and curvy and round and bumpy and
right. That's
not supposed to be smooth and linear. You can't learn that way.
That leads into the next thing that we wanted to talk about, which is there are cycles in life. Do not hold on to the past.
Yes.
And in those cycles, you are going to have people who come in that are going to naturally come into your life and exit your life. You're going to go through cycles and waves of groups of people that you get to know. And sometimes you're lucky if you can take one or two people along the way and they become lifelong friends, you know, but most of the people that you meet throughout your life are just going to come and go, you know.
Yes.
And letting people go naturally when it's time for them to go is very good for you. Okay, it's not selfish. You're not being selfish. You're not being terrible. You're just allowing people to rise and fall from your life as you need them to be there. You know,
you wish them love as they go.
Right. I'm sorry.
And you wish them, and you also give them gratitude for what they taught you while you were around them.
Correct. Right. I mean, and that's the way you look at it. It's also really important that you don't hang on to, if you've had past traumas in your life, it's really important that you do what you got to do to work to get past those traumas and then put them behind you. You know, thinking about your past traumas, constantly revisiting it without healing is not healthy for you. You know, if you're going to revisit the past and you're revisiting a past trauma, you need to do it with a heart of, I need to heal, not to just relive the experience, because there are endorphins or some kind of brain chemical that goes off when you do that. And you can actually get addicted to pain, addicted to emotional pain if you're not careful. That's why some people, ever notice that there's people that come and go from your life that are just like really into drama, like really into drama. It's because these chemicals come out when they're in the heat of that drama. It's part of that whole fight or flight situation. The same chemicals that give you the burst to run also give you the burst to like get hyped up about drama. So it's super important that if you're going to approach the past, that you do it from a place of healing. I need to heal the past. You need to forgive yourself. You need to forgive others. And you need to move past it, because you're going to get stuck if you don't. And you also have to kind of do the same thing with the things from your past that were pleasurable, that were awesome. That can cause you to get stuck in place too, and allow you to give your power to the past instead of keeping your power for the present, for the here and now.
You look back on your childhood, or you look back on your 20s, and you wish you could do the things you did in your 20s. Like me, I'm 65. I'd love to be able to go hike the Pacific Crest Trail. I hiked 11 miles of it in one day. Hello, I'd die after I walked 3 miles on a paved road. That's perfectly flat now. It's like live in the now. So when I walk now, I power walk as fast as I can because it's flat.
And you enjoy it.
And I enjoy the birds and the sky and the neighborhood, what the neighbors are doing to their yards, and so
and you don't have to forget your past cycles. Just don't live in that. Don't live in that, because then you're giving
Sorry, he was being a bad boy. Willie was being a bad boy. I go get him.
Oh no.
He was getting into something. You know how it is. You got a toddler and people want to know, why don't you ever talk to me anymore? It's because when I get on the phone, this is what my toddler does.
Yeah, my spirit does the same thing.
That's a TikTok that's going out lately.
Spirit, who never gives me the time of day, as soon as I get on the phone, is like, meow, 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 meow. Oh, you're not paying attention to me? I'm going to go over and knock over a lamp.
Yeah. Well, with these guys, let's go find some crinkly plastic we can chew on. And it makes a lot of noise. So.
Yes. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. All right. So, another thing.
To do more for you. You know what, Rose?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what you said about you don't have any physical friends left. I have my YouTube friends too, but the friends that I have made on YouTube, like Dali, she's my soul sister. I've known her through many incarnations.
Yeah, I'm sure of it.
I'm positive of that. Mm-hmm. And it's wonderful to have met her on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So, because we didn't know each other before.
No.
At all. But I want you to know that you're working on forgiveness and spiritual stuff. One of the videos that you'll find, there's a bunch of videos down in the description, and one of them down there tells you standing alone equals power. Mm-hmm. And I've learned that since COVID. I actually learned that since they took my mom out of my care, because I've had no one to lean on but the universe. And let me tell you, somehow the money comes from places when you need it.
Well, and something that I've noticed,
attracts like.
Yes, like does attract like. And something that I've noticed is anytime that you've discovered something about yourself that you've never known that it was there, that you had to discover about yourself because you didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
I see you grow and grow and grow and blossom and bloom, because your self-assurance is growing and growing and growing, and it's not self-centeredness. It's not egoism.
No, not at all.
It's more of I am on a solid foundation and I have nothing that is going to shake me.
Well, and it's also too that I don't have all these voices in my head from friends and family and stuff. I don't have to sort that out.
Right, because you became the leader of your own life.
Exactly. I had to. There wasn't. I had to become my own best friend, and let me tell you, I'm my best friend. I'm my best comedian. I really enjoy my own company now. I want to tell you guys, to help you like yourselves, if you're giving yourselves those negative tapes running in your head, I know I've said this before and it makes everybody laugh, but I'm serious. Put on some really beautiful music, whatever music you really like, what inspires you. If it's rock music, hip hop, I don't care, whatever it that makes you
Soar.
feel that. Sit in front of a mirror with a piece of paper and a pencil and write yourself a love letter.
Yeah.
You can't do that without telling yourself how much what you see in the mirror that you like about yourself.
Yes.
That slowly starts retraining those little patterns of, look at me, God, who'd date you? That kind of stuff.
Well, you know what? I have to give a shout out to Shanita, who's in the chat here. You know, she's doing a series on her channel right now where she asks questions, and then as a group, you can respond to the question.
Ooh.
And this week's, Shanita, you'll have to help me, but it was something like, if you felt like you were going to be a whole person, or you were going to feel like really good about yourself, what is one thing that you would change about yourself or give away about yourself so that you could be completely the person that you like?
Mm-hmm.
And I had to really think about that, which made me actually pretty happy, because I'll tell you what, 10 years ago, I could have come up with a list that was so long. It would have taken this, paper. I would have had to use this paper over here, probably put the rest in my computer, because there were so many things I did not like about myself. But asking yourself that question, you know, what is it going to take for me to like myself, is a fantastic way to gain back your power. So thank you, Shanita. You rock. I love you, and I will hop on a plane and come down and see you. I got to go see Katie. I got to go see you. I got to go see Manasa. And like all the people that are in the chat right now, I'm going to come see you.
You know what I wish I could do?
Like, hi.
You know what I wish I could do if it was warm enough in January and February? I would like to open up my backyard for y'all to come camping and go to the gem show with me.
Yes.
Because that's the only way you can get here to go to the gem show. I would not making plans to do it years down the road because there's no rooms here. You can't get a room.
I know a rattlesnake would crawl into my tent.
Nah, I don't have any rattlesnakes in my yard. I have king snakes. I don't have rattlesnakes. I have king snakes. They eat rattlesnakes. King snakes eat rattlesnakes.
All right, I have one more. I have a couple more things here.
Yes.
Another thing that Katie and I came up with: stop comparing yourself to others.
Oh God, yes.
Stop comparing yourself to
You're others. Unique. You're special. Let me tell you. Are you an indigo adult? Have you felt like you don't belong here? Like you're looking at a movie in every second of your daily life? And when you show your little bit of eccentricities, that the whole world thinks you're weird. Welcome to my world. And you know what? You can either embrace that, because you can't hide from it. Once you learn to embrace your uniqueness, this is when you will find out how truly limitless you are.
That's right.
We are all pieces of source. We are all pieces of source energy. So that's the creation out there. Why can't, we are creators. We are creators. We come here. This is what Spirit has told me. The reason we come to this planet is to learn about emotion.
Yes.
Energy and light beings, which is what we are, truly are inside, don't know what emotion is. So we came here, we signed a contract to be who we are, to go through what we're going through right now, to learn about the emotion on how humans deal with it. This is what emotion is all about.
That is right. And that's why it's really unfair to yourself to compare yourself to other people.
You
Now,
can't.
everybody's got specific talents. There's always going to be somebody who's better looking, who is in better shape, who has more money, who lives in a better house.
Mm-hmm.
There's always going to be those things, right? So don't compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to yourself.
You've been a square peg your whole life, Rose? Me too. Kathy G. Hi, girl.
Hey.
Me too, Rose. You know what? And I got bullied for it. And
Love you, Shanita.
And you know what? I embrace it now. And when people try to come at me and be hard about it, I either walk away or I drop the mic on them, because I've gotten to the point where I can say something that, or even ask a question that's very poignant, and I can do it in a kind way that will shut people up. And they don't, and all they can do is turn away because there's no comment to come back. You learn that when you're raised in a family of narcissists.
Well, that's part of it too. And I think that narcissism is like, when you're dealing with narcissists, that's where you start doing a lot of that comparison. You know, when you start comparing yourself to other people, and you're like, what is wrong with me? Why am I so broken? Why am I so unlovable? Why, you know, you start.
Well, they'll actually tell you that.
Right.
And they will actually tell you, why can't you be like do down the street?
Right.
What's the matter with you?
And we get that as kids from our parents sometimes too. And I don't think that the intention is to hurt us. The intention is to try to get us to behave or do whatever they think is right. But we get those like little comments thrown at us when we're kids. Can't you be a little bit more like Tommy down the street? He's such a good boy. You know, can't you be more like Susie, who gets like straight A's? You know, why can't you apply yourself more?
Or with me.
And that starts you down the journey of comparing yourself.
Oh, and then I had teachers sending home on my report cards, if she just apply herself, she'd do so much better.
Mm-hmm. Right. You're being compared to other people. So all these external sources that are doing this to you get you in this mindset that you have to do this. And then the media,
that you're not enough.
That media doesn't help either, where they're like, hey, you need to buy this to be
and they tell you
to wear this.
By doing this, yes, by doing this, they're constantly reinforcing that you're not enough. There's not enough for you, and you are not worthy. Right. And it's all a bullshit lie to keep us under control. Now, if you're walking asleep, you don't see that.
Right. That's right.
But if you're getting like me, I've been walking awake so much lately. Everything in my life is changing. It's like I ran out of laundry detergent. You know, I'm using until the first of the month, I'm using my Dawn dishwashing liquid to wash my clothes.
Hey, if it works,
so that I don't have to buy more in a plastic damn tub. I got 2 kinds of the sheet biodegradable stuff, laundry detergent. I have 2 kinds that I'm going to try out for the channel. This is a new thing I'm going to try, you guys. Sustainable products for the planet. I'm going to tell you, this is a good product and this is not a good product.
Yeah, see, now that's okay for you to compare. You can compare products against other products. Just don't compare yourself to other people, because it is not healthy. And then,
and it's not possible, because you can't be that person and they can't be you.
That's right.
You can't see what's going on in their head and what's going on behind closed doors in their life any more than they can see what's going on behind closed doors in yours.
Yeah, you know what, Jenny? I'm not a square peg or a round peg. I am 100% a pear peg.
I ain't going to say I'm just a peg. I may not fit in the hole you think I'm going to go in, but I'll find a way to make it work.
Yes. So, okay. So I only got 2 more points here, and we're where are we at? We are at 8:21. So I'll make these quick. All right. So avoid negativity, and that's really important. Now, I'm not saying that you should avoid everything that's happening in the world right now. I know that that's almost impossible to do right now.
You got to stick your head in the
but take time away from the negative talk. It is very easy to get addicted to negativity, because again, when you get in these dark negative moods, your body tries to regulate that lowness that you feel when you deal with too much negativity. So your body can start producing pleasure chemicals, like overproduce pleasure chemicals, to try to compensate that. And that can just cause you to go on all kinds of emotional ups and downs and backs and forths.
Yeah.
So take a break from the negativity, take a break from the news. If you've got toxic people in your life, it is okay for you to say bye-bye to those people.
Mm-hmm.
And or say, hey, listen,
if you can't say bye-bye to them, you can take a break from them.
Right. You could just say, listen, right now, you're right now, I got to take care of me. Right now, I got to take care of me. There's nothing wrong with saying that.
Mm-hmm.
So just get yourself away from the toxicity.
There you go, Jenny.
Negativity.
She's been watching Hallmark Christmas movies.
See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Because
I watch weird stuff.
One of them, girl from big city goes to small town because her uncle died and she's inheriting a Christmas farm, and she's engaged to some bigwig who's a narcissist, and then she meets this nice guy, but he's just a mechanic. So she's like, I can't date him. He's a mechanic. So
he'll never be able to provide my lifestyle.
But then something happens and they get stuck in a car in the middle of nowhere and they get to know each other and they fall in love and blah, blah, blah. Yes. So that's every
now you're sounding like one of the books I used to write. Ooh.
And I feel like I should act in one. I feel like I should act in a Hallmark movie. I think I would do really well. I could play Mrs. Santa Claus. It would be awesome.
Did you hear me?
So I like the Hallmark movies too, though, by the way. I love them very much.
I said, you get stuck in the snow, we get snowed in together. And then I went, oh. Now it sounds like one of the books I used to write. I used to write a lot of erotic stuff, you guys. I don't do that stuff no more.
It's funny as we get older how our priorities change.
Well, we're talking just like 3 years ago.
Girl. Okay, I got one more point. And this is the last one. And then I don't know if you want to add anything or if the group wants to add something. But we need to be conscious of ourselves.
Absolutely.
And when Katie and I were discussing this, we were talking about how the importance of, if you do something that is outside of your truth, where you're not living your truth and you end up hurting somebody in the process, it's really important that you say that you're sorry and you ask for forgiveness. That allows you to forgive yourself.
Uh-huh.
And that's really important that you forgive yourself. Okay.
It also clears the air. It sets things back into a balance.
Right. Reset. It's the reset button. Yes. So with everything that you do, with every big decision that you make, you need to ask yourself, is this in line with my truth? Or is doing this going to take me outside of my truth? Never go outside of your truth. Never do that. It puts you in a compromising position where you are giving away your power.
Mm-hmm.
You want to keep your power, so live by your truth. It's very important. But like we talked about before, you can always say, tell me about your perspective. Help me understand your perspective so that we can maybe find something in the middle where I can be in my truth, you can be in your truth, and we can progress forward, But have those conversations. Don't be afraid of these conversations.
I'm seeing what Jenny posted here. First off, Black and Orange. I used to mod for her. I moderated for her every day for 2 years. Every single day. Never missed a day unless she wasn't there. And she missed a week because she couldn't find her kitty during the time I was a mod. She's a delightful, sweet human being, but she's into that. They're not lifting people up, damn it. I love the tarot readers, the political readers, but you guys, just like the news, you can do too much of it. When I first started this YouTube channel, I was doing a lot of watching. I watched everybody. You all know me. Most of you know me as a moderator on people's channels before you even knew I had a channel. I want you to understand that by going, pick the certain ones to really feed you. Don't go because, oh, here's another one that's live. I can ask her. I can ask this one. And you ask the same questions over and over. You're going to get the same answer each time because it's spirit that's answering you. It doesn't, the person that's answering you, it's spirit that's answering you.
Right.
And what you're doing is you're torturing yourself.
That's right.
Just
I agree. And people, we're in a weird time right now. We're in a weird place with our country and with the things that are happening in the world right now.
We're in a cosmic shift.
It's a weird, right. And the collective conscience right now, there's a lot of negativity going out into the collective conscience. So you're going to see people who have maybe gone a little bit off, and I'm not saying this about orange and black, okay, but there are people who are a little bit off balance right now. Or maybe, yeah, they just need to ground themselves and get back into the flow. But
because she also mentioned the Petty Boot Squad from Sunday, and I've watched 2 people from that squad slowly coming into the more inspirational way. So it's okay. I can remember 2 years ago, I pretty much got kicked out of the Petty Boot Squad because I was trying to be Miss Uplifting, and they didn't like it. They didn't like it.
Yeah, not everybody is in the same place as us. So we just got to be compassionate. Oh, is that Aloe?
Yeah, that's her favorite spot. And while I work on resin, that's where she's at. When I'm reading cards, that's where she's at. That's my girl.
There's 3 things that I just wanted to share this. I think, Katie, you might have some too. There are 3 phrases that I have knocked out of my life that and doing this has really helped me stand in my power. So I wanted to share these with you guys. Okay, the first phrase that I knocked out of my life is the universe is out to get me.
Never.
No one is that important. The universe is not out to get you. So wipe that.
It's actually totally the opposite. The universe is there to support you. The universe always has your back. The universe got your 6, baby.
That's right. The second one is I'm not smart enough. Every time I hear somebody say that, I just want to say that's absolute bullshit.
You're full of crap.
Nobody is. I mean, yes, there are people who have certain talents. I will never be quite the same kind of caliber artist as Katie is. She may not ever be the same caliber Viking that I am. Whatever,
computer expert. I mean, hey, telecommunications and stuff. I would never, just knowing how you put your videos together, just to know a little bit about that.
But there is nothing that isn't saying that I could work harder to be an artist, or that Katie could work harder to be a Viking. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, there's always things that you can learn, and never, ever, ever use that kind of negative speech in your vocabulary. That's victimization. That's where you're self-victimizing yourself. Don't do that. And the last thing,
why we tell you guys, that's where we're talking about. Get the hell out of your own way.
That's right. And the last thing I don't say is life threw a wrench into things. I used to say that a lot. I don't say that anymore.
If anybody throws a wrench into anything, it's you.
It's adaptation. Adaptation is key. You have to be willing to bend and adapt to the world that is changing, because it's always changing. The world is always changing, right?
If anybody throws a wrench into anything, it's you, because you made the choice. That's the thing that's hard in this. When I say like attracts like, it's your choices.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, it's about taking personal responsibility for the things that are happening in your life and doing your best to change whatever needs to be changed, to do the necessary things to get ahead. And I know sometimes that is very hard. I know that sometimes life is hard, sometimes obstacles get in your way. But that doesn't mean that you stop. That does not mean that you stop.
Obstacles are put in your way to make you think about what you're doing.
That's right. That's right. And sometimes what you want to do, maybe you have to just put it on hold for a short time, but never push your dreams aside, never push your goals aside completely, never give them up. Always keep pushing forward because you're worth it. And that's the last thing I want to say. You are worthy.
You got to take computer classes. Yeah. There's a lot of people out there that need to do a basic computer class. Actually, I used to teach basic computer class to the elderly, believe it or not. Yeah. I loved it. It was fun.
Yeah, I mean,
there's people who were terrified of computers because they thought if it was a computer, it was automatically on the internet. No.
Well, and I think a lot of people think that you have to be super smart in order to run a computer. You don't. I mean, you really don't. Computers have gotten so user friendly.
Yes.
That it's almost a no-brainer these days.
Yeah. It's getting over that fear thing. It's getting past that fear thing. I just want to say one thing. Have you ever been in a public place? I don't know, a mall, a store. I like to use the example of a restaurant or a bar. And someone walks in and you look, and everyone in the room looks at them. All they did was walk in.
Yes.
What made you look at that person? I want you to think about this.
For me, it might be something completely different.
No, but I mean, there's something that made you look up. Hi, Faye. Welcome.
Hi, Faye.
Yeah, you can use your phone. You can use your computer. I totally agree.
Word.
The reason I'm asking you that person that does that, you don't know what they looked like. You don't know if it was a man or a woman. They walked in and something about them made you look at them when they walked in. Maybe been 15 people walked in before them and 2 or 3 after. But why did you look at that person?
Because they only had one eyebrow. That's the last time
into the room like they owned it. Yes. They had the personal confidence.
That is true. They did do that, but they only had one eyebrow. I just wanted to go up here with the scissors and do something about it.
The unibrow? No, the point I'm trying to make is whether you can use the standing in your power as a mask. We all wear a mask.
Mm-hmm.
You want to feel confident? Start acting confident.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I do that anyway, but
I do that to hide my insecurity, but that's a whole nother story. It's not fear, okay? You just never learned. Hey, you know what? Life happens that way. So if you're not afraid, you got to have a community college there by you somewhere, if you can get to it.
Did you see what Amber just wrote?
Yeah.
That walking into a bar thing happened to me once. Everyone stopped, turned and looked at me. It felt like the music stopped and everything.
That's because you walked in with your light.
Oh, hey, this is a nice bar.
It's because you walked in with your light shining, woman. Hey, girlfriend, I can see that one. You're a pretty girl, too. So,
yes, Amber is very pretty. She's very, very pretty.
But no, that exactly. I can honestly say I've never had that happen to me.
I have, but I do walk confidently. I
want to give you a life story before we close this out.
Okay, you go for it.
You know about it because you were my strength. Thank you very much. Monday, I had to go to the eye doctor for the first time in 15 years. I had myself so worked up in fear. I was literally on the verge of a panic attack, climbing the walls because I wore contact lenses for 15 years and I'm afraid that they're going to chew me out. That's the whole fear. That a doctor was going to chew me out because I might have a ring in my eye from wearing contacts for 15 years that should have been only in for 30 days. You know what? They never said a word about it. I was scared because I am very, 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 very nearsighted. And I couldn't find my backup glasses, find out I don't have any. So when they dilated my eyes, I was pretty much helpless, but I found that I really wasn't. I could see my phone. And the point is, what you build up in your head is never what the reality is. It's always way worse than the reality.
Right.
So when you start down that, and that was my ego playing the fight or flight game, and I realized that part of standing in your power is learning how to incorporate your spirit side, because you do have two sides. We have our spirit side and we have our ego side. The ego side is the primitive side. That's your fight or flight response. That's survival of the fittest, that stuff. And it'll lie to you because we don't really need that now. We aren't in survival mode anymore. We want to thrive now. Okay? So you want to integrate those two together. That's our goal, is to integrate ego into spirit so they work hand in hand,
right,
guide you to manifest your best life. Which leads me to the next thing. I asked you guys in one of my resin videos if you wanted me to teach you, or no, it was Saturday Solutions, if you wanted me to teach you a manifesting class, how to manifest. And I would be more than happy to do that. I would be more than happy to do it as a video. I would do it as a live stream. I will do it as a special class if you want. That is something that is so important, and it really is not as difficult as you think it is. I learned that when COVID hit. I got my identity stolen. The first stimulus check I never received. But it's really interesting because I learned how to work within the system to report the things I needed to report, and I got what I needed after that. So my strength was in, okay, I accept that I can't fight this, so I'm not going to fight it anymore. I'm going to work to move on.
Yep.
And that was huge. That was, you know how hard that was to say, oh, well, screw it, $1,200. Oh, well, screw it. I'm not going to get that money. But, you know, it's $1,200. It's money. And like we were talking, you want more money to come in, you got to match that energy of money. Well, what's money? It's a tool.
It is a tool.
It's not good. It's not bad. It's what people do with it that's good or bad.
That's right. Yes, it is very much a tool.
When you're going through and you're looking at your tapes you're playing in your head, like all this that we're telling you, I hope you will watch these videos that I put down there at the end, because, and also go to the community. As soon, if you can, when you finish here, please, I'm going to ask you, please go to the, because it's something I wanted to make be our outro, but I couldn't because it would copyright me and shut me down. There's a song on my community channel.
Get your Kleenex ready, though. I'm going to tell you that. Have your Kleenex.
I swear to God, take Kleenex.
Yeah.
Because it's going to resonate so much with you about how much you're loved.
Yeah.
Don't give up. We need you. We need your light. We love you. Please, please, when it's hard, reach out.
Yes.
Don't give up. I was watching on Instagram. I don't know if you guys know, or most of you probably do. So I know Rose Blue and Jenny and Gina know. Third Eye Champagne on Instagram. She had a real warning for us. You guys be ready to be tested for what you believe in, because you're going to be asked to vocally stand up for what you believe in. And that's probably going to happen, and I'm going to say in the next 6 months. So get ready.
Yeah.
I love you guys so much. So glad you're here. Hey, yes. Have a good Halloween. And if you're going to a party, enjoy yourself. Have so much fun.
Yes, have fun and don't drink too much. Remember,
enjoy.
Figure out your way home. Don't forget that.
Hey,
thank you guys. Mwah.
Love you.
Love you guys.
And I'm gonna hit the brand stuff. Got to do the outro. Love you guys. See you next month or next time, whenever that is.